swore I'd block your number for good, but here you are texting me you up. I know exactly where this is, on your side of the bed at 3 a.m. I tell myself don't fall this time, but you say my name and I lose my mind. You're a bad idea again, but I always let you back in every time I say I'm done, I'm lying. You walk in the room and I stop trying. You're a bad idea again, but here I am at your door at 10. Guess I never learned my lesson. You're a bad idea again. Your friends all think I'm over this phase. Mine keep telling me to walk away, but we both know how the night goes. We talk a little, then lose control. I tell myself I'm stronger now, but you smile once and it all falls down. You're a bad idea again, but I always let you back in every time I say I'm done, I'm lying. You walk in the room and I start trying. You're a bad idea again, but here I am at your door at 10. Guess I never learned my lesson. You're a bad idea again. Maybe one day I'll actually quit, but tonight I'm not over it. You say come closer and I give in. Yeah, here we go again.
Hello, and welcome back to FRLT. It is time for season number 8. I know, season 8, it's been so long, it's been a month and a half since we were last live, but we are back, and this time it is for season 8 qualifiers, which comes to the beautiful track of Australia, Melbourne, 5.278 kilometers, 3.279 miles, 14 turns, 3 DRS zones. Well, we don't even need DRS zones anymore because we have overtake zones. So this is a little bit out of date, but do not mind the DRS zones. And again, once again tonight, I am joined alongside by the good man, Joseph. How are you?
Not too bad. We took a little bit of a break, 1.5 months, but now we have the qualifiers to see who will be racing for the actual season 8, and I mean, I think tonight it will be a good one.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is going to be very much a good one ahead of tonight. A lot of teams, a lot of interesting stuff.
Will be a competitive season, I think,
Yeah.
this season.
Yeah, I agree. I think we first lobby, by the way, we've got 4 lobbies today, which we'll quickly go through the list of them. Lobby 1 has IRT, TRT, and NLG. Only 3 teams in lobby 1, so it is seeming pretty quiet for the first lobby. Then it becomes intense. 15 teams in 3 lobbies, spread across 7:30 p.m., 8 p.m., and 8:30. In lobby 2, we have GT10, QDR, FST, Xenix, and FRT. Lobby 3, we have VZN, Ventauri, HLR, UFRT, XR. Then in lobby 4, we have AERT, WRL, TTN, VLS, and VMV. That is the lobbies. Very interesting lobbies. This first lobby, though, not very mixed. Only 6 drivers will be in it. We're waiting on NLG because they don't seem to be joining.
Yeah. Both the drivers aren't, so I don't know why.
Yeah, I've invited one of their drivers. I've invited Sparky multiple times now. No response coming through there. So, interesting to see. Haven't seen anything from. I haven't heard actually anything at all from NLG. I'll have a look what's going on. I am actually in their server, so I can have a look what's going on. Nothing. There's no messages. There's absolute zip going
Oh,
on. So I don't see anything. Sparky is in. He's in.
oh, nice.
My sound is low. I do apologize. My mic has probably been dopey, as usual. Is that better, Kristen? Let me know if that is better. If it is, we're in. We're going for it. One is in. One of the two are in. We won't wait much longer. We'll probably go in 1 minute. If we can find the other one. Also, there is a default time as well. Just to point out, there is also a default time, which is worked out at the end. It's basically like a second off for the pace of the slowest time in that lobby. So it is worked that way. So we will probably, I'm guessing we will probably go because...
Yeah, we don't have too much time.
Yeah, NLG has had their time to reasonably join. And one of them's just left. That is somebody.
IRT.
That's Hamza, who I think has just left. Or got disconnected. One or the other. Not sure why. Hamza's back. He's back. He's back. Must have just been a brief disconnection. The game likes to throw things like that up at us, and it's not very nice, and it's very horrible. But it is the way it is. But we are about to head in for the first time as well. Remember, guys, F1 26 cars as well. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know what you guys are thinking for sort of qualifiers. First lobby, IRT, NLG, and TRT. Rene and Christian. Forza TRT. Plenty of support.
My opinion, I think they will be the fastest out of everyone.
Yeah, I think sound isn't local. Clausen is just old and deaf. All right. I did not think we were going to get that straight away today, but we are in, and we are ready to go already. Only 5 in. As you can see, those are the overtaking spots. That's the extra power mode, which is all down those purple sections. I don't know what it's boost mode, isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Whereas in the race, when you're within a when you're within a second in the race, you get the boost mode.
Yes, an Audi is missing. I am responding to the owner of the team, Killian, which is why I also wasn't looking at the screen while it was paused. So they should hopefully join. So at the moment, we got Inver out on a lap. We've seen Inver a lot in previous seasons. For instance, SET previously, now known as XR. He's been around the grid quite a bit. Hello, Junior. Welcome to the stream. Till as well is out for TRT. Leon is out. Hamza not out. Everybody else is out except Hamza. I
think on the final runs we will see a couple of double out laps, because on this game for some reason you get so much more fuel compared to what you actually need.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree completely. I don't know what we're gonna see today, because I think we know roughly what we're gonna see from this first lobby with only 3 teams.
Yeah.
But this is the scary part of being in the first lobby, is that you are you are the first teams, and you don't know how everybody else is going to do. You're the one setting the benchmark. So let's ride on board with Inver. He's not pushing, but we'll just ride on board with him anyway, as he makes his way round into the first corner.
Misses the apex.
He does quite badly there. It was not a good first corner, but he's been able to recover it off of the exit, I must say, into the the next couple of corners, you can see turn 3 and 4 not treating him very nicely. Again, a bit of understeer. These cars love to understeer through corners. Heading up now to the end of the first sector, it's going to be a 26.563 for that first sector. Heading down the long back straight now. Boost mode, I should really say. Initiated, heading down all the way. Wings open all the way as well. Using every bit of power. One thing teams have to look out for is not causing yellow flags, because of course they lose their boost mode when there's yellow flags. So teams.
They've got Mercedes in front.
Yeah, so this is why teams have to be careful. It's actually was put in the rules today about yellow flags and causing them. So a little bit of a yellow flag, but it's all right. To be fair, he was moving out of the way. I'm not going to penalise people for
I don't think
moving
you
out of the
could do
way.
anything about that.
Yeah, I mean, the only other way would be blocking somebody, so I'm not
Yeah.
going to blame them for that. 1 minute,
It's a bit unfortunate.
16.748 for the first time.
It's a bit unfortunate sometimes, because sometimes you generally can't do anything about it.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, though, is that if you can't do anything about it, I'm not going to penalise you for it. Leon, 17.4 until 16.8. So IRT, from Leon at least, not a good first time. Not a good first time at all. I mean, we're talking a lot. Sparky, though, P3. Sparky goes P3. So splitting the IRTs and the TRTs. Surprising time. I didn't expect to see that from Sparky to go there. I think we had a bit of an idea that NLG would be probably slowest in this first lobby. But at the moment, Hamza's making his way around. What do you think of Leon's first lap, and as we watch Hamza make his way around?
I was looking at the sector times on the race direct, and he is just losing time in every sector. To be fair, it's not like he's made a mistake in one sector. It might just be the overall pace, but hopefully his teammate with Hamza can get up into the good times. It's a 17.3. So from IoT, it's not the best first run, you must say.
Apologies for the pause, everybody. I'm having to accept a friend request for one of the drivers who's meant to have already joined. So that should be
What's he
the
joining
other
now?
NLG that should be able to join. So apologies if I do pause. That is purely because I am having to pause.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's not good for my IRT, is it? I'm not trying to be unfair here, but honestly, that is pretty poor from IRT. I mean, we expected them, maybe 2/10 off of TRT? But
Yeah, I
at the moment,
wouldn't put him too far off.
yeah, I mean, to be 6.5 off of, with Hamza 6.5, and then 7/10, over 7/10 away with Leon, that's a pretty big gap. Pretty big gap.
Yeah. You give Yannick some roles.
I think this lobby is going to be a pretty simple one, isn't it, for a lot of these guys? It's going to be a pretty straightforward lobby. Not many drivers, of course, out on track, so it makes it easier for a lot of these guys. Hello, Max. Hello, Raptor. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, I think we kind of know at the moment who's quickest.
Yeah, I would expect IRT, not IRT, rather TRT to be one of the top teams, you must say.
Bro's team bonds. He's trying to build them more. But no, I think I think we all knew, realistically, no offense to either of the other teams, I think we all knew that overall TRT would probably come out on top. That was a pretty I think general assumption between a lot of people. So I'm not surprised to see them up there leading. But the big mystery, of course, is how much are they leading by? When we get to the second lobby, what will they be leading by ahead of other teams? Will they still come out quickest? Because, I mean, the next two lobbies, lobby 2 and 3, are really competitive, aren't they? They've really got their main rivals in it. The teams that were in contention for the championship last season. So that's going to be a big one. We'll watch Inver, who goes on another lap. Let's see what he can do on his way round. Much better this time through the first two corners. Much closer to the apex, not swinging out wide at all. Making his way through this first sector. That Ferrari just looks like it is tuned in completely to the track.
Has a lot of grip, you must say. Like, probably off the setup.
Yeah, 8,000ths up in the first sector.
Yes.
So not a huge
It's an
amount.
improvement, but
Not a huge amount, but it's
not much.
I mean, in all honesty, they don't really need to go much quicker, do they? You know, they're already leading by a sizable chunk in the middle sector, up by 1/10 of a second. So finding even more time. I guess the only reason why they sort of really need to go quicker is to sort of be as high up as they want, because I think realistically these are the sort of probably the times closer to what would be looking to sort of be at the sort of top half of the grid. As Inver comes in, he's not happy with his lap as he makes his way back in. Leon making his way round. Let's see what he can do. He's cruising around the track. IRT, he really needs a big improvement in this sector and in this lap.
He wasn't.
1/10 and a half
It's
ahead
the
of his teammate.
10th.
It's good, but remember, you have to split that in half, don't you?
Yeah, it probably needs to be a bit better, because IRT do also have a 3/10 like addition on their time at the end of the average, because lineup got sent a little bit too late, which is a bit unfortunate.
I think it's just, you know, they've got, as you said, their late lineup, and this isn't going to help them, is it? You know, that's basically adding 1/10 and a half onto each driver for lap time. So this is kind of where it's going to be a struggle for IRT. They really need to find that pace. They really do. And I will say there is I think a little bit of maybe doubt that they will find that pace. Sparky improved, by the way, I think, as well, because he's gone to a 17.0, so he's found a bit more time. Till went quicker. He went the exact same time as his teammate. I've literally just noticed that. He's gone the exact same time. Okay, I think working out these first teams is going to be pretty easy to do. And
Hamza isn't improving by much, to be fair. I think there's only a few thousand, so it's not the best laps from IRT so far.
yeah, I think there's going to be some worry, isn't there, going into the next. Probably, I'd say that, especially the next lobby, I'd say mostly would be where most of the worry is for IRT, because the next lobby has their closest competitors in it.
Yeah.
And across the line, slower.
Doesn't improve. Yeah.
And that's going to be really, really difficult to do. It's going to be
Just
really
not having the
tough.
pace, it looks like.
Yeah, they're just... I don't know what it is. I mean, compared to last season... they seemed pretty competent in qualifying. They seemed like they knew what they wanted from qualifying.
Yeah.
This time around, they don't... Is it just me, or do they just not look confident? You know, they look like they're taking it quite
I think
easy.
could be that.
I mean, if we're watching Inver right now, and he's pushing the track, but we saw with Hamza and Leon, they seem to be quite hesitant to really push the limits of the track.
Yeah, I mean, we know with this the game, the battery deployment is so much more faster. So I think it's maybe that they're struggling with, or is it the actual trying to get used to the track and everything?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it. I don't want to sort of jinx it or anything for IRT, but from where I'm sitting at the moment and what I'm seeing at the moment, I don't think IRT will qualify with these sort of times, as 17.3 as an average. I think it will be, if you get what I mean, I think it will be very tough for them to qualify with this.
Yeah, I do agree.
Because I think we're probably looking lowest of qualifiers, probably 17-1, I'd say, or probably around there would be the lowest teams.
Yeah, Envar's up to the line. He is improved on his sector 2 time, so up to the line, it will improve. Not by much, but it's an improvement at the end of the day.
Yeah, 800's not bad. I mean, to pull that out of a strong previous lap anyway, you know, out of a strong previous PB is already pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Is that Deception? I'm not sure how to say that name at all. That could just be me. Probably is.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Deception for now. Just gonna say that because it's easier to say.
Looks like it, to be fair.
But heading up to the line.
Off the line here we'll go. It will be
Ooh,
it's a good lap, I
it
must
is
say.
a really off.
It goes from
I just know what's gonna come in the chat. I just know. I know what's gonna come in the chat in about a minute.
I mean P1's also, you know.
Yeah. There will be a sheet for times. It's after the first lobby. There will be a sheet for times, and it will be shared. I will do it while everybody's joining.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
There it is. There's the chat. But yeah, there will be a sheet with times, by the way. It will just be updated after each lobby. It will just be times of each lobby. It won't be position, by the way. It will just be times of each team in the lobby for an average. Just as like an average.
Hang that on a 667.
Sparky, by the way, into a 16 as well. So it just feels to me at the moment like it does seem to be a bit of an IRT problem. I mean, they're the only ones who are far away from the 16s. I mean, we didn't put NLG that they were going to be this close to TRT, did we? We didn't think they would get this, you know. We thought, you know, a good sort of at least 3-4 tenths back, maybe half a second. Not this sort of close. But it's IRT. It's swapped, hasn't it? It's more IRT who's struggling to get up to pace.
Mm-hmm. Hamza's starting his push lap.
Yep. Let's see what he can do.
Look like decent turn one and bit deep there, you must say.
Yeah, let's
Probably be a few hundreds in that.
heading up to the first sector. 3,000ths down, so it's not an improvement, but there is all the time to gain. Again, like you said, it could be battery. Could just be saving more battery in the first sector than previous laps. So we'll have to see through this middle and final sector, how is that Mercedes IRT going to do? It's up by 1/10.5, so it's a decent chunk of time and could help out.
It's
indeed.
a bit of a snap.
Recovered it though. I don't think it was too bad of a snap there. Maybe a few
I
hundreds
think lost
lost.
him a bit of time, but
Yeah, I don't think it would have lost him most of the time. I think maybe 200-300ths, but still a snap nonetheless.
we'll need to find a bit more time in sector 3, I think.
Yeah, I think at least another 10th in sector 3.
Yeah. Up to the lineup for Hamza, it will be a 17.1, so it's definitely a good improvement compared to what you needed.
It's you know, I think Hamza's reached those sort of times that we're looking for cutoff, isn't it? He's really reached those sort of times that this is where it's questionable now whether he'll get cut off or not.
Also, Leon does need to do in a good lap.
Yeah, I agree. Really.
Because with the 3/10 deduction, it will just, if Leon doesn't probably do the same lap as Hamza, then I think it might be IRT out. But it also just depends on what other teams do, if they get too like pressured or.
Yeah, I think this was really the lobby to capitalize on, wasn't it? You know, empty track, only 6 cars out on track.
Yeah.
It was really, I think, the place where, I mean, I think we can both agree where IRT should have really taken control and should have really made up their ground, but they haven't been able to.
Yannick's saying in the thing that I haven't even been able to do any practice because of lineup problems. So
that's just unlucky. I think that really is. Hamza retire.
Hamza retired.
I mean, he hasn't got time for another. I mean, there's no more runs he could do in the time, so I wasn't expecting anything special. but down by
I don't know if you would
42,000
add
for
enough.
Inver.
I don't know if you would add enough fuel though, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
I think Hamza's done everything he could. I think, as Yannick says, there isn't any more time to find. You know, they didn't get the practice
On
in.
Leon.
So, yeah, it's all hanging on Leon
Going
now.
down to turn 3. The guys who should drive said they can't like do it 1 or 2 hours before. But in that, with a 16.5, breaking into the 0.5s, first driver to do that.
Who's on a lap? It is Till. Till is on a lap. I was trying to figure out. I was trying to
Reception retires.
Yep. So does
And
Inver.
also. But the IRT, Leon, needs to set probably a 0.1 here. Where will he put the Mercedes in the IRT? It will be a 17.3.
He lost a huge amount of time in that last sector. Huge amount of time indeed. Sparky's up, by the way, by a 10th in his middle sector. So let's see what he does when he comes round. I mean, I've got to say, NLG's done quite well in this lobby. They've really capitalized on an empty track. And across
Sparky
the line,
then, 0.8. That was 0.828.
yeah, really strong lap time there from himself. Really, really strong. Exactly what they needed. So these are the times. It is a 16.592 from Inver, followed by his teammate Till. Second, then Deception, Sparky, Hamza, and then Leon. Those are the top 6 in the lobby.
I was not expecting that, I must say.
Yes, honestly, I cannot disagree with you there. I was not expecting that either. People can just leave, by the way. I won't leave yet.
Got 8 minutes out the lobby.
I am going to be leaving anyway. I have to leave the lobby, and I have to go make a fresh one because the game doesn't seem to like me for some reason.
Oh,
just to point out,
nice.
it doesn't. It's also because sometimes there can be problems that, like with last, with I think it was season 6 qualifiers, we had the same issue. So we'll just make a whole new lobby. But we got 8 minutes. We got some time to do that and to ready up. If the game decides to load eventually. But I am actually trying to get up a Google Sheet so I can put down the lap times. Do you want access to the Google Sheet so you can put down lap times?
Yeah. Go on.
There is nothing on it at all. Absolutely nothing on it. It is empty, and there is no name to it, but that is because of that reason. So lobby will be open in like 3 minutes. Lobby will be open as soon as I have sent this to... No, that's the wrong link. Why has it sent that link? I literally just copied the other link. It sent the stream link, not the... Oh, I hate this sometimes. I really hate this. I hate Google sometimes. No, I don't want to name. I don't want to name it. Copy link. Done. Send. There we go. You should have editor rights to it. And then once you've done the first one, we'll put that up. So yeah, so you will get your sheets, everybody, as soon as he's put on the lap times. So I do apologize. The lobby 3 might not have any because I know you have to go after lobby 2.
Yeah.
But basically, it will all be updated as best as I can. By the way, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I will update stuff as best as I can.
And if you send us the screenshot from the lobby, I might be able.
I mean, you could just watch the stream and stop it occasionally.
Yeah. It's cold, man. I'm gone.
So yeah, I am currently setting up the second lobby of the evening. So lobby 2 will be open in about 2 minutes time. As soon as I confirm every setting is correct, it can go ahead. And my camera's gone off.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know why my camera goes off. I do apologize, guys. I've updated everything beforehand specifically so it doesn't do this. So I do apologize. I don't know why it's done this again. It seems to do this whenever I'm streaming, not when I'm recording, which is an interesting thing. Which is rather interesting. Right. It should be good to go. What I'll do is I'll invite you first. Because I'm a nice person.
Oh.
But also then you're in. You can see lobby settings, can't you?
Not too sure.
No.
I'm
Okay.
currently
just
trying now.
gonna go over everything. Just double check everything's correct. I do apologize about my camera. No, there is not a live standings because I do not have this much strength in me to do it. It will be like, it is actually going to be during the season, by the way. This is something I'm actually trying to get done, is a live standings during the season. Yeah, so we are making a spreadsheet, by the way. That's what Joseph is doing right now, is making a spreadsheet with everything. So just to make that clear, he is making a spreadsheet, so that will be given as soon as possible. So thank you for your patience on that. We are understaffed, shall we just say. Right. Anybody add me? No, everyone's added. Right. So now I need to get to inviting people. But yeah, I do apologize. I am we are understaffed. Right. So who do we need to invite now? So there's a lot of people to invite. No, you will have access. You will be able to see it as soon as it's done, but you can't change it. You can't edit it. I think it's the first time I'm actually getting questions about this. I don't often get questions from people about...
Right, I've done the driver's time, but
Yeah, if you just show
no.
the driver's time and you send it to them, but make sure the access is it's not editor. Make sure.
I have no idea how to do that.
Okay, I'm trying to invite people as much as I can. Strange enough, most people aren't even asking for an invite, which is a first. I don't often get that where nobody's asking me for any invites. I always get people asking me for endless invites. Yes, so I will send it. I will send it immediately.
Oh my god.
Right, I'm looking for one person on this list who I can't seem to find. There's always one person. There's always just one person who never...
No, I'll do the average.
if you don't mind doing that. And then we can... Right, where is this person? I need to find them. I cannot find this one person. Right, okay. Let's see. This is very interesting that I don't seem to have anybody added for some reason. EA skitzing out. By the way, when you go to share on the spreadsheet, it will ask you if you like what role you want them to have. So just I think you can just set it as viewer.
Alright.
That should work. Oh my god. Now everybody sends me invites. Like when we're meant to be starting, which is peak. Right. Okay. I do apologize that this lobby is late, and find it very strange that like I think we've had a couple of people ask me, but I need to find. I am looking for everybody I can, and I am inviting.
On the spreadsheet, I'm just gonna include the IRT like 3 times apparently.
Yeah. Yes, Bram. It is being done literally right now as we speak. So it will be sent. It will be sent, I promise. It will be sent. Please just wait like 2 minutes. We are working as fast as we can. I do promise you that. We are working insanely fast. Because nobody else was available for today. Please do not blame me. Pretty much nobody else wants to do any of this stuff. Right, where is FST Robin Brain? I know I added him because I literally saw him get added. Right, this just wants to be. This is just being really difficult today when it doesn't need to be. Right. I think pretty much everyone is in. I think that's... Could you go to commentator, please?
Oh. Done.
Okay. Right. We are ready to go. Let's go.
Bro, how do you even share this?
Oh, bro, you got so much to learn. You got so much to learn about spreadsheets. We are doing it as best as we can, but also with lobby times being quite close, I am with all my chances.
So can you see the spreadsheet?
Yes, I'll have a look at it now. Just give me a second.
You just entered in.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wait there. Share and export. Share.
Right.
Manage access.
Just give me a second. It is going to be shared. 2 seconds. It will be in the NA Qualifiers managers chat, by the way. If you're looking for it, it will be in there. I don't know why it says untitled spreadsheet. It is titled, so you should be able to view it there. So apologies, I know it takes a little while, but it should all be in there now. And we are into the game.
If I'm being honest, I don't think IRT will qualify.
Yeah, I have.
'Cause they have a 17.5,
Yeah,
which is just
I have the same sort of. I don't want to be mean to the guys that you're with, but I have the same idea. I don't think that's gonna. I don't think, especially from this lobby with FRT, FST, and GT10. I think we know they're bottom in lobby 1, so we know they're below 3 teams. You know, we know they're below 2 teams. They're third. They're probably going to be maybe 8th or 9th after this. Probably, I'd say they'd be 8th after this, I think. So,
I don't think I can type in the chat anymore. I on the actual thing.
just Discord. I've sent it into the managers, the any qualifiers managers chat. So if anybody's looking,
Yeah,
at
it says your access to this document has changed. Oh, I think I know why. I loaded it up on the NA chat.
But FRT,
Oh no, access denied.
there is no way that this spreadsheet is not working. I've set it to viewer. I don't know what it's doing.
That's what I was saying in the DM.
It works for me. Yeah,
I think it's because
it is working for people because there's 3 people on it. I was just double checking the spreadsheet, guys. Don't be angry. But Giovanni Galliotto is starting his lap. Let's ride on board with the FRT driver. Debut for FRT here tonight. Debut for a lot of teams. And invalidates first corner. Couldn't keep it within the track limits. I think that's the first, the first or second validation we've seen actually so far. We've got ADAS, who's also invalidated on the first corner. Same for Nick Arrow. Devil X didn't. Devil X hasn't. Riding on board with Devil X, making his way round. As he makes his way down and through the first sector, we'll ride on board with him. 26.614, so already that is actually slightly quicker, isn't it, than we saw in lobby 1. That's actually slightly faster. But there's a yellow flag stopping. Devil X getting his boost, which isn't going to be too nice for him. I don't think he'll be too happy with that. But again, cars moving out of the way for each other through the left-right, heading down the back straight now. Again, the second part of the back straight into this tight right-hand corner, which looks so much like a hairpin, but actually isn't. Why are you seeing 3 FST? That is because
it's the name of the tag.
yeah, it is just a name. It is just a name. For a second, if I'm being honest with you, Christian, I saw the same thing, and I was thinking I was tripping out for a second. And across the line, it's a 1 minute 17.078 for the first time. So competitive.
Oh,
Which I need
Robin,
to actually
16.7 bank. I think
actually
that's
need to look which team that is. It is FST's in the
That is
Ferrari. It's
FST.
UFRT, who's in the Mercedes, by the way. No, Xenix. Sorry. I'm blind, and I can't read. I can't read teams' names anymore. It's Xenix. They're in that.
I think. What was the bank of the first run for
I think it was an 8.
ART?
I think it was a 0.8.
Yeah, Robin.
So,
Robin Foster on the banker. How are you on so far?
I don't know what to say about the driver in second. I don't know how to pronounce that name.
Yeah, Picard literally can't type in the spreadsheet now.
Yeah, that's probably because I've changed the permissions on it, but I'll change it back once I send you a new link.
Yeah.
It's just, I hate spreadsheets sometimes. I'm not saying that name, by the way, for the guy who's second. I'm not going to say it for the life of me.
Yeah.
Yarrow, by the way, third. So QDR already up in contention. Giovanni
I've just seen
Galliotto.
FRLT getting impeded by that Ferrari, I believe it is.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think somebody did.
Going at the final corner.
And Giovanni,
Still goes paid though.
16.8. Still, strong lap time nonetheless, isn't it? Nick Arrow across line. Holy hell.
Oh.
Nick Arrow,
Oh.
FST. We said we thought they were going to be 4th.
They will be second or first, I believe now. With these times,
this will be
It's
first
very good.
from FST at the moment. They'll be quickest as it stands. They'll be quickest.
Yeah, they'll already be quickest on bankers.
Yeah, I mean, quickest on bankers already. Already scares the life out of me that a team is that quick to be there.
Wow.
But we got there was a driver who actually asked his name to be said specifically, which was Ozkid. That's it, Ozkid. I had to look for it for a second in the chat. But
I mean, FST have just beaten TRT, who we all know are one of the best teams out in the old community. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, you know, definitely. I think there's a lot of competition, though, doesn't it? It does show that. But, you know, when it comes down to it, it's mostly about consistency, isn't it? It's about the actual racing and the actual season when they qualify. Because for a lot of these guys, they know they're going to qualify. You know, they know they're going to qualify.
Yeah.
They know they've already got it. They don't need to worry about that for a lot of these guys. But, you know, especially for teams like FST, TRT, we know they've got it. Same for FRT as well. They know they've got it. They don't have to worry. They don't have to they don't have to really think about it that much. But I know
Yeah, don't have to stress.
But I know with teams more like QDR, they're going to be stressing a little bit, and maybe GT10, because I mean GT10 is in a 17.2. Yes, I do know you're using next gen roster. I know you do. I know. I already. I know you're using next gen. I'm not completely. Right, the hate towards me's already started, and we're only on to lobby 2. Here we go. But no, I know that already. I just say TRT because I'm not saying the whole name, because it will take me, feels like half a decade to say it. But I will say TRT just to keep it simple, by the way. Just to keep it simple. Because I'll confuse myself by the end of the day. I'll be thinking next gen and TRT is 2 different teams.
Robin and P2, he is started his lap.
Yep. We also saw Edas, by the way. He's the first one out. He's making his way round. But let's see what he can do. Of course, FRT, they need a second strong lap, because I think where Giovanni's at is where I think Edas needs to be as well, because I think he'll do it. But I think at the moment they look safe, don't they? They look relatively safe. Pretty much on point.
Robin a 10th up, so it will be maybe a faster time for Robin unless he makes a mistake, but I think he's put in enough practice on this track to not make a mistake, rather.
Yeah. I think it's been a very strong lap, and it's P4. 16.9, so I mean we're looking already at 16.8 for FRT, so they're in that sort of 2 tenths, aren't they, of the lead, and that's just
Robin
off their
is the line now.
laps.
Yeah, Robin pretty much makes it a 0.6 for not FRT, FST rather. So wow, I mean I wasn't expecting it, FST to be so high up, I must say.
They've definitely found a lot of pace. I mean, they do. I'm not going to say this in any sort of way, but they do seem to be in a little bit of a league of their own at the moment, timings-wise.
Yeah.
You know, they're the only team below that 0.8 at the moment. Devil X, by the way, had a bit of a shaky sector. QDR, I'm a little bit worried about QDR at the moment, as Maximilian invalidates. P7, P8. In that, I think, 17.1 that would be? Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, 17.1.
Not be 0.2, because... Oh, no, I was looking at the Maximilian and the GTN,
yeah,
GT10.
Yeah, I think it's about 17.1, 17.0, so I think it's a high 0. They're definitely going to be what? They're, again, I think a little bit of worry with that lap time, isn't there? Just a little smidge of worry. Giovanni Galeotto, by the way, is improving by over 1/10 of a second. So FST's dominant start to their lobby is still there, but it's 74 thousandths less than it was. So definitely FRT's in there at the moment. I think FRT third quickest, aren't they? They're sitting in that third quickest so far in qualifiers. We've kind of predicted it right, haven't we? With the who we thought was going to be sort of top 5 at the moment. Just wrong. Just wrong order. But Yarrow on his lap. There's a lot of drivers on their laps. Whoa, Ozkid, by the way, off the track. Whoa!
Oh no!
Who was that? That was Bragdy, who was in the way there. Same for Ozkid as well. I think Ozkid was unhappy with Bragdy, possibly, because we saw, of course, Ozkid went off track, so it looks like Stu1's been pushed off, but that's not a good start.
Yeah, Maximilian is also down on his time by 1 out of 10, and he's just backed out, I think.
Yeah, I don't see a reason why not to. I think.
Don't know what happened with the incident in turn 2 there.
Yeah, that was strange. I think it was I think Bragdy was coming out of the pits, by the way, and just took the apex. Took the apex against Ozkid, and of course Ozkid was on a flying lap and just got pushed off basically. And so
yeah, I think
it will be
might be a report for that.
If it gets reported to, for instance, myself or one of the moderators, I don't see that not being a pen.
Yeah, we'll have to actually look what happened from EpiPOV first, because it's quite an interesting one, that one. I don't know.
I agree. It's a bit frightening too, isn't it? You know, just the way it sort of happened.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think that to come out sort of straight away. Up by 75 thousandths though, is this man in 6th.
Hello, Ethan.
Hello, Ethan. How are you enjoying your break, my friend? But yeah, I mean, make his way around. Up by 87 thousandths, quickest in the middle sector. So definitely proving some time there from the GT10 driver. This is the thing now. I mean, big question. Do you think GT10 will qualify?
Currently with the driver that's in 6th, which is also on a lap and improvement, I would say yeah. But it also just does depend on how Bragdy does on his lap.
And that's a 16.7.
Yeah, that'll definitely be enough. But it just depends on what the other Red Bull can do. He's on a lap. He is also improving by 2/10, so I think it will be GT10 qualified.
Depending on
if they
report.
can finish the lap though.
Depending on report, because of course I do see a report coming out there. I think if honestly, if there is a report, we could see maybe half a second penalty to because remember, it's not half a second penalty to one driver. It's half a second penalty to the team's overall time. So that's what you have to think about, that it is overall time, not just the single drivers, because that would make it only half a tenth. That would only make it, well, quarter of a second, sorry, because of course it's split in half.
Nick on a lap. I don't know if he's improving or not.
Sometimes, my guy. Sometimes.
One day.
One day. Across the line, though. Nick Arrow, 16.5. Haven't seen that yet.
Pretty much what the first time that we saw on the first session, I think it was.
Somebody has been able to glitch out the spreadsheet, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Are you updating this as you go along?
No, I don't have access to it anymore.
Oh no, you don't. Interesting. Strange, but interesting. Devil X is going slowly. Nobody else is on a lap, but it's just the 2 QDRs who are slowest at the moment, by the way, in the session, but would actually come out ahead of two teams if GT10 get that penalty. Because I mean they've still got a solid 17 point. I mean, to be fair, 17.0 still isn't awful. 4/10 off of the quickest average from last lobby. Set to probably be closer to that half a second away, but I mean that's still not bad, is it? Half a second off of the best average.
Yeah.
Maximilian is on a lap though.
Final
making-
runs will be on now, though.
Yep, 1/10 up by the way for Maximilian. So finding that time.
Improvement.
Yeah, I mean that's a decent, and that's first sector alone. So we could see something in this middle sector. 47,000.
Lose a bit of time though.
Yeah, lost
In the
quite a bit of
second
time.
sector.
Could be battery though. I think definitely would be battery usage. But we have seen QDR's been quite good in the first sector, haven't they? They've had a bit of a stronger first sector. Because from what I've seen on my lovely telemetry.
Oh, and that's a spin.
Oh,
Does he have enough time to get back into the pit? I don't think he does.
No, I don't. I think that's going to be it. That's going to be it, yeah. Maximilian finished with his session. Next up is, actually, it is Yarrow, who's on his lap. Can he make up the time? Can he make up what his teammate couldn't? Let's see how he's going to do. It's down by 13 thousandths in the first sector, so very close to equaling that time. But, I mean, QDR needs, what, maybe a 10th? They need to get to, I'd say, probably, they need to stay at this 17, if I'm being honest.
And also with the, all these times, I mean, we saw one of the main points from last session, IRT, I think, it is pretty much certain that they will be out now.
Yeah, I mean, 17, well, they
see
were,
anywhere
what,
that it will be.
17.5, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were on that 17.5, so they didn't have the best of goes. They didn't have the best of goes there at all. So, I mean, I can't really see much else going on. But let's see, Yarrow, what is he going to do when he comes up to the line? Is there going to be an improvement? No, there isn't. It's slower. So I think QDR, I think they're in the mix. I'm not going to say they're out yet. ADAS, by the way, doesn't improve. He fails to improve on his lap. We've got Giovanni Galeotto on his way.
ADAS is actually recharged for this lap.
Yep, so I think he'll be pushing again. Yeah, he is going to be pushing again. So we'll see. I mean, I think realistically we know. I think FST are going to come out as quickest out of Lobby 2, which will be very interesting to see. TRT next gen, unable to. Giovanni Galeosso, holy hell! 1 minute 16.529 from him. Nick Arrow just crosses the line for his out lap. Robin is coming up to the line, going for another lap with a very slow lap there. Yarrow is crawling his way round back to the pits.
And Robin invalidated turn 1.
Yeah. Ozkid, by the way, making his way round. I mean, it was unlucky earlier, wasn't it? It was really unlucky for Ozkid. That first turn problem with Bragdy. Yeah. Let's see what he can do through this final sector.
Oh, Nick's invalidated, but he's up by 4 tenths.
I think I think probably just cut a corner, possibly.
No, he was valid, but then as soon as he came out of sector 1,
16.7. Very strong lap time from Ozkid there. I know what people are going to say already. I don't need to know. I'm not going to look at the chat. We've got Bragdy, who's coming in. Bragdy's not happy with his time either. Devil X is going slowly. This man is improving. Up to the line. Where's he going to go? He stays P5, but into a 16.7 as well. And like you said, both FSTs invalidated and Giovanni going slowly. So that is that, by the way. That is that.
Yeah, Nick done a point 4.
FRT, quickest with Giovanni, but it's actually FST quickest of all in qualifiers. Quickest of all.
Yeah.
By I think about a 10th as well. I think there's a couple of hundredths to even a 10th in that as well. So I have to say, Max, shut up. Stop talking in chat. I honestly, and the results aren't going to load for me because this game is fun.
Yeah, I got the results for that one.
Yeah, good. Could you make sure to screenshot it?
Yeah,
because my screen is pitch black because this game loves me so much. Yeah.
But I think sadly that will be me gone. I've got comms right now.
I will, if you send me that screenshot, I will get to updating the form as quickly as I can. Next lobby though, lobby 3 has
Um,
VZN, Ventari, HLR, UFRT, and XR. So that's gonna be a fun one. That's gonna definitely be a fun one. Is that this third lobby? So I shall say goodbye to you then, my friend.
Yeah.
Sound
Alright, I
good?
sent you the results.
Yep.
I will be back for, I think, tomorrow. Assist
Yep.
qualifiers, isn't it?
Should be back.
Yeah. We will be there.
We will be there. Right. Okay. I have the results.
Alright,
My
bye-bye.
game is bye. My game is loading, so I shall leave you guys to wait while my game eventually loads. And it has. So we will be opening lobby 3 very shortly. I will do as much as I can. There might not be averages. It might just be driver times. Please do not complain. I am trying, guys. I am on my own now for the rest of the evening. I'm on my own to fend for myself. But we are gonna, I think, have an interesting third lobby. Not as many of the, I think, teams that are gonna be in that top 5, but I think we are gonna have a lot more of the, in general. I think we're gonna have some decently quick teams again. I think we're gonna have a lot more of the mid-pack teams in this lobby. I think that's what we're gonna see, is a lot more of the mid-pack teams here, and kind of, I'm not gonna say filler teams. What I mean is, like, I think we're gonna have more of the teams that are filling that middle. You know, if you understand what I mean. And I understand my camera isn't working. It just doesn't want to work. So apologies for that. I will be as quick as I can with doing the rest of these. So I am going to just do the try. I'm gonna do the. We'll do the standings probably also during qualifying. Which is we got a couple. Well, I do apologize that my co-com has disappeared right when I needed him to be doing stuff. Right when I needed him, but we should be going very soon. Right. Lobby is open. We will be starting a little bit late, as we did for the last one as well. So that's what's going to be happening. As per usual, we're a little bit late for each lobby. That is because we just are. Because first lobby was a little, second lobby was a bit late. I just need to just look at the teams that were in this. I think we had Xenix, QDR, GT10. Right. Times will be updated as the lobby gets going. I will just have to be inviting a couple of people. I know nothing's working on my PC today, and I am very sorry for that. That nothing is working because for some reason my PC hates me and it doesn't want to work. I literally have the camera open and it is working on the actual application, but it's not working on OBS. It's not connecting, which I'm very confused by right now. But first things first, let's invite the lovely drivers in. Let's get the drivers in. We already have 3 in. For whoever's on PC, again, I will say this once more. Please join. Just join. You don't need to ask for an invite. You can just join. So do that, please. So yeah, we should have everyone in. There's 4, so yeah, there's 2 left. There are 2 left. We are running a little bit over. That's because last lobby took longer than it was meant to. That's because last lobby ran over by a few minutes, which is kind of annoying, but each lobby has run over very slightly. The thing is, it's very slightly both times, so it's going to keep running over a bit more and a bit more. Which, I don't know why, because last season it was all on time. Looking for who's... So yeah, we got HLR, we got everyone else in this. We got XR. I need to have a look who's missing, because there's going to be a couple of people missing, surely. I do apologise, I'm trying to invite people, but I don't know whether they're on or not, because they don't tell me. I'm never going to escape this 6-7 thing, am I? I'm never going to escape it. I'm never going to escape this. This torment. You guys torment me. You're horrible to me. Trying to see, because there's so many people that I think still... It's because some people don't come online, and that's what really annoys me. It really gets me when people don't actually hop online. So I'm waiting. We should have this. We've got 6 out of the 10 people so far, so we are waiting on 4. Ventari Jaden. Okay. Ventari Jaden. Right. Okay. It's always the hunt for people. I do apologize, guys. I am fighting my way through to find everybody, because people don't always seem to have the same names as they say. So we should have everyone in very shortly. In the next few minutes, hopefully, we should have everyone in. Because we've got both. We have both VZNs. We have both UFRTs. We have both. We have one XR that's in. The other is missing. So one XR is missing. And that is Kirill. Kirill is missing at the moment. We're waiting on... So Jaden should be able to get in his teammate. Also waiting on Ventari, I think. Yeah, we're waiting on Ventari at the moment. So we'll see whether Ventari joins at some point. Kirill has joined, so we do have 7. We're waiting on 3 now. Hello, Tristan. Hello, Tristan. Welcome. I apologise for the long ass wait going on at the moment. But I am doing it as best as I can. And we're at 7 because we're missing... We're missing HLR, a few others. So let me share. So we will get the spreadsheet all updated as we go along. I'm just waiting on, I think, 2 people. We're waiting on Ventari. Waiting on Ventari at the moment. Yeah, I know. Because I am far away from it. I was far away from it. I'm trying to get people invited because there are some people who are still missing, which is driving me insane. Everyone should be able to join. Lobby is open. We will literally go in about a minute. A minute's time we will go. So they have like 1 minute to join. Is Ward on PC? No, he's on PlayStation. God damn it. Of course he's on Play. Nobody asks me for an invite, and then nobody asked me for an invite. I don't know what I'm meant to do with people with nobody telling me that they need an invite. Honestly, my guy. Please. Please, bro. Please. 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 Good. Yeah, Venter, it's because neither of them asked for an invite. That's the only reason why. Nobody asked for invites. So, I wasn't trying to be difficult. I was just purely nobody asked me for an invite. So I would have invited them if they asked for an invite. Yeah, we should have everybody in literally 1 second. So, we should be good to go, like, right away, as soon as everyone's in. If everyone, which team are you, Tristan? Which team are you? I don't know which team you are. Right. Yes, I'm trying to find Spezzy, because I can't seem to find him online for some reason. Would be cool if this game worked for once. Please work. Right, this game's just being really difficult and not doing this. It is actually just not working. Yeah, it's literally just not letting. Because this game has literally just decided to shut down and not work. So we will be going in like 2 minutes. Well, in a minute. Literally, in 1 minute. If I can't find him. See, it is very likely he isn't online. I am looking for this man. Like, I don't know what people want me to do. He's literally right. Good. We are good to go. We are good to go. Apologies, everybody. We are now good to go. We have done it. Eventually, we have done it. Go. We're good to go. 10 drivers all in. 18 minutes. We were waiting for the last driver. I do apologize. We were waiting for one driver who had added me and stuff. But he wasn't showing up on my list. That's literally what we were waiting for the last minute. So, dearest of apologies for that. I am fighting to get this lobby going. It's kind of a thing that happens a lot of the time with EA. It seems to be a bit of a problem. EA seems to have a bit of a problem with me. Well, I'm not really just with me. That his teammate literally said that he had the same problem. So, yeah, just takes sometimes a minute. So apologies. I know lobbies run a little bit late. Hello, Caden. Welcome to the stream. Hello, welcome. Well, here we are, about to go into lobby number 3 of 4 tonight. It's number 3, VZN. VZN ready to go. The 5 teams in this lobby are VZN, Ventari, HLR, UFRT, and XR, which you should be able to clearly see by each of them having a tag at least of their team, which is very nice, which is not something we get all the time. We don't always get tags of each team. We've got a couple of cars coming out already. Teams rushing out of the pits to get out. And it is Jaden who's the first to come out for HLR. HLR is going to be, I think, the interesting one. We've seen a couple of teams already come through it. I mean, at the moment, slowest team out there is IRT with a 17.52. Quickest team currently that's had their average done is TRT Next Gen at a 16.625, but we know that FST will go quicker. They will be faster. They will be the quickest team. So it kind of goes FST, TRT Next Gen, then FRT at the moment. That's your top 3 as it stands. A lot of cars already out onto the track. We can see 9 of the 10 drivers, and the 10th driver is making his way out onto the track. Let's see, how can HLR do? I mean, we've got some really strong teams here. We have VZN, of course, who were battling with Ventari last season. At the start of last season, they were battling with Ventari. You know, we've got some fresh teams in as well. We've got HLR, who returned for a second qualifiers. There is a link. It's just 4 managers. Apologies, guys. It is simply just 4 managers. That's who it's for. It is 4 managers to look at. Not everyone. But Jaden starting his lap. Let's ride on board with the HLR driver into turn 1. Quite hesitant through turn 1. Taking it quite easy, not wanting to push those track limits. We saw FST pushing those track limits a lot earlier. Into turn 3. Now through into turn 4, very smooth. Turn 5 now, flat out through here. Again, being able to open the wings down the straight now already into the next right, left, and then suddenly into a long right-hander heading down the back straight again, opening the wings, boost mode, everything you've got down this straight, trying to be the quickest. The quickest time at the moment would be around a 16.5 at the moment is the quickest average we've seen from a team. That was FST in the last lobby. That is the time to beat. That's the quickest of all. Can HLR do it? Will they be able to do it? At the moment, we've had a total of 8 teams complete qualifiers so far. We have 10 to go in these last 2 lobbies. 10 to go. And across the line, it's a 16.857. And beaten by his teammate already to a 7.37. Tiago can't beat that, 7.93. So again, pretty close on lap time, but HLR looking very fast. Very, very fast. They're looking exceedingly quick already. Kirill Pacalo, good as well. He's done incredibly well there. And so is Noah Boza to a 16.8. I mean, that's going to be a bit worrying for some others, especially for maybe teams like GT10, who also sat around. But this lobby's looking quick. It's looking really fast at the moment. Really quick pace already. Deck coming up to the line. Up to the line, P6. P6 and only a 17.0. So a bit off at the time. But again, this is kind of... We saw a couple of these in the last We saw a couple of these in the last lobby. That sort of 17. We had a couple of teams who finished in the 1 minute 17 so far. 5 out of the 7 drivers have completed a 1 minute 16 lap time. Honestly, looking like the quickest lobby so far that's done laps. Definitely the quickest. Wards invalidates. So 1 minute 16.793 and 1 minute 30 would set them as the slowest, of course. At the moment, they are last. Ventari last. But can the reigning champions continue their luck? Can they make it a 1? Can they make it a 4th season of qualifying in... a 3rd season of qualifying in FRLT? Can they make it a 3rd? Can they make it a hat trick? Can they do what a lot of teams don't? LK across the line, 1 minute 16.989. VZN might be at a bit of risk here. 16.9 already puts them behind. I mean, that's already behind... That's behind 2 teams already in this lobby. And also at least NLG and TRT. So that's already behind 4 teams as it stands. So they're 5th. If you add in FRT, FST, that's 7th. And I think also it would be also behind GT10 as it stands. So 8th. So we're looking at about 8th at the moment for VZN. Now, I predicted VZN would finish in 8th, around that sort of 8th or lower place. Joseph said something different. He disagreed. He thought it'd be higher than that, maybe 6th or maybe 5th. He predicted around that 5th place, maybe 4th at best. At the moment, the first lap's not shown that. 6th quickest from LK. Can Nicholas Spark do it? No, he can't because he's invalidated again. I mean, IRT already know 99% sure they're out already. I think, you know, there's already a pretty big amount of consideration to think that I think, you know, IRT are out already. So that's at least one of the first 8 teams who are out. First of 8 who pretty much know that they're out. We'll have to see with this lobby how they do. There's quite a few teams who went quicker than VZN. And that's going to be something to look at. Again, all drivers out on track except LK. Only one in the pits, but he's done a late run. Pesci, 26.683 for the first sector, which is actually pretty close to what we saw in Lobby 1 and Lobby 2 of the quickest times. Only about 600s down. So again, good times being found from Pesci at the moment. Wards is going to have a much better lap, of course. I'd have to say at least a 16.8. To be comfortable. I mean, if you really want to be comfortable, I'd say a 16.8 at the moment as an average would be comfortable. But there's quite a few teams that are sitting in that. I mean, we know we've already got TRT Next Gen and we've got NLG who are both in those, who's both in that time. We know FRT will be. We know FST will be. We know Xenix. Xenix won't be, but we do know that. So sort of 2-3 teams in that. Pesci goes to a P7 and a 17.0. So he's in line with his teammates. So a 17.0 is what we're looking at from UFRT. So they are looking like they're on edge as well. They're looking like they're one of the slower teams in the pack again. So not the best so far. We've got to look. I want to look towards, though. He's up by 9 seconds already, which is good. Which means he'll be within, hopefully, the right amount of time. He's up by 11 now, so we know a 1 minute 19 is on the way. We know a 1 minute 19 is definitely possible from Wards. Let's see where will he go, because I mean Jaden quickest of all goes into P1 quickest 1 minute 16.667. Very fast, incredibly fast indeed from HLR. They're looking really strong again. They're battling for the top. Across the line. It's the exact same time for Wards. Wards, second quickest, but the exact same time. What are we seeing this evening? What are we seeing? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know what to say from this. Shut up, Jaden. Shut up, bro. But no, that's insane. I didn't think we were going to see that. Deck crosses the line. He comes in 7th, so he actually jumps ahead of LK there. Kilpacalo doesn't go quicker. Noah Bose is going slowly on his lap. Interesting. What do you mean, why 3 rounds? No, there's 4 lobbies with different teams in it. But, yeah. Interesting. Same time from the top 2. I've not seen that before. I've not seen that very often. Noah Bose is on a push lap again. Same for Kirill Pacalo. I think LK as well is on a push lap. I'm pretty sure. Yep, he is on a push lap. Can he improve? I would say he needs an 8 here. He needs to get to an 8 if he wants to do better. It's 46 thousandths and it's only a 9. It's still a 1 minute 16.9. Still not quick enough for himself. Deck comes in. Kirill Pacalo coming around now. I've got to say, it's still not a good lap time. I mean, I don't think VZN are safe at the moment, especially the fact that they're in the mix with UFRT. I think should put some risk to them. Because we know, based off of the average for LK, for VZN and for UFRT, that would put them pretty much, I think, 3rd to last. But Kirill Pacalo, by the way, brilliant lap for himself. Really good lap for himself. Noah Bose goes even quicker, though. Also stretching into the 16.6s. Both drivers into those times. I've got to say, absolutely, this lobby is being lit up on fire right now with the amount of 1 minute 16s we're seeing. I haven't seen this many 1 minute 16s. I have to say. I haven't seen this many 1 minute 16s at this point in a lobby so far this evening. We've seen a lot of 17s in the previous lobby, 17.0s and about 16.8s from some, but not this many. 4 drivers all into the 1 minute 16.6s. 4 drivers out of the 10 are already there. So this is going to be an interesting one, I think, coming up to the end. Making his way around, Thiago, what can he do? He needs a bit of an improvement. He doesn't need a big improvement. His teammate has already done enough, and they've pretty much already done enough to reach into that top. I think, 11 teams, they need to do it, but I think top 5 is definitely on for them. And it's 18 thousandths quicker and stays P6. I think Spezzi as well up in there, which is pretty decent. But Nicholas Spark back into the pits, unhappy with his lap. 10, yes, 10 is the most. The least was 6. 10 is the most amount of drivers you'll get in a lobby this evening. You won't get any more. So 10 is the most. Just to point out, you're not going to have any more in a single lobby. And Pesci pulls into the pits. Not happy with his lap either. Quite a few drivers not happy with their laps. Jaden invalidates. Wards invalidates too. Thiago making his way around. Deck is starting his lap. I'm going to be honest with you, Jaden. I'm getting worried. I see you in the chat. I'm getting worried whether Nicholas will actually get in a lap. Because he's only got 1 run left, realistically. He's only got a singular run left. So he's going to have to see what he can do. Here, I know everybody is looking at the spreadsheet for times. That spreadsheet will be updated, hopefully soon, by Joseph, if he gets to it. But Deck making his way round. I think UFRT and VZN are gonna probably be at the bottom of this lobby. I think we're looking at our 4th and 5th place team at the moment. Of course, UFRT just in front as that 4th place team. But it's been a pretty horrendous evening. It's been a pretty horrendous evening for them. It's been a really bad evening for VZN. Lowest they're qualifying ever. I mean, last season, I think they actually qualified as quickest or second quickest. This season, they were in that top 2. This season, they're looking quite far down. And across the line, Deck crosses the line, 800ths quicker and into a 16.8. Exactly what he needed, just another 800ths, and that's all you need to qualify as well. That's really all you'll need. Everybody is coming out on outlaps now. Just three drivers, sorry, in the pit lane. LK really taking his time on his outlap. He's really slowing down. Spark has trouble with shadows. He has troubles with shadows. It's interesting because I've not heard anybody say about the shadows. I've not heard anybody say about especially turn 1. I've not heard anybody say about that. In the previous 2 lobbies, that's the first time I'm hearing it. But heading down for his final lap, LK making his way around. We know Deck is done, so there is just 9 drivers to complete laps now. You can see LK is actually catching up to the Ventaris as we speak. But LK, I think, is backed off. Yeah, LK's backed off. He's not feeling confident. He's got some time to burn some fuel, though. He's got some time, but let's see. Let's ride on board with Nicholas. Let's see. How does he do on his lap? Quite safe. Quite safe through the first 2 corners. Not really pressing it. Smooth. Ooh, bit of sliding there. The car's not really negotiating with Nicholas here. Really, he's really having to fight the car through this first sector. 26.5, which is good. Using as much exit as he can. 26.5, which is good, but that's about on line with a 16.8 to 16.9. That's about the same as we saw from LK for a first sector. So we're not seeing, I think... Oh, well, that's wide. That is quite wide there. That's very wide from Nicholas Spark. Oh, and again, he's gone deep. He's gone very deep, and he's backed off on his lap. He'll have 1 chance left. But holy hell, he is pushing his luck right now to get it. He's really pushing his luck. Spezzy is making his way around, but he's going slowly as well. We're seeing the same from Kirill Pacalo. I think we're seeing the same from also Noah Boza. We've got Wards, who is pushing. Jaden isn't pushing. I mean, it depends on... It can be. I just want to point out, it can be a 16.8, 16.9 overall, because that's what we've seen roughly what drivers like Tiago has done for the first sector. So if you don't get the other sectors right, it can cause problems. Somebody's going slowly at the moment, out on track. A little bit of slipstream. And Tiago, quickest of all. Sparks going slowly. Sparks is going slowly. That's it. Sparks going slowly. He's done. He doesn't think he can do it. Wards coming up to the line. Let's see how Wards does. Wards goes quickest of all to P1, P2 for Ventari. Strong evening. And again, I think that would be about P2, P3 for the 2. So that's incredibly interesting. LK across the line goes to a 16.8. So not too bad. Deck improves as well. Although, did he make it to the line? He did make it to the line. He just made it to the line with, I think, literally 1,000th to spare. He just made it to the line. I think VZN is done. 23.8. Yeah, VZN will be out. As Spezzy heads up to the line. It's a 10th quicker, and it's 2P2, the front row. Kirill Pacalo, though. He's finding 1/4 of a second in his lap. And across the line, quickest of all, Kirill Pacalo XR to the top of the times. And that is something I did not expect to be seeing. Jaden stays in P5. Noah Boza to the front row. XR go quickest of all in this session. As Pesci, by the way, gets in front, he does it. And that is that. And it is XR quickest in this lobby. XR quickest. Look at these times. Look at how close they are. Holy hell. That's insane. Oh, Ethan. What do you mean it's embarrassing, Ethan? No, I know why you're saying it, but what I mean is, like, in your opinion, what is the embarrassing part to it? Because, I mean, it could just be both lap times, but, you know, what sort of the embarrassing part do you think? But I've got to question what's going on with VZN there. But it is XR12 followed by Wards, Spezzy, Tiago, Jaden, Pesci, LK, Deck, and Nicholas Spark in last. My God. What insanity have we just seen? I mean, yeah, Spark. Honestly, I don't know what to say. I feel your frustration. I really do feel your frustration, Ethan. Even though you're not in this anymore, I do feel that frustration. And I agree. Not good enough. Not good enough. I solemnly do agree. I don't think good enough there. And finally, I'm back. Finally, I've got it working. I had to reload the whole application. I don't know why. But yeah. That's just, I don't know. But the thing is, this is what I'm saying is I don't know what to say to that. I think that's pretty. By the way, if you're looking at the stuff, I am just adding names to it and not doing times because we do not have. I will be doing it all afterwards. But that's yeah. I don't know what to say. Like, I actually feel, I don't know why I've still got these on because I'm not talking to anybody. It's me by myself. But I actually know I do honestly feel bad for VZN there. I think they've really gotten, and I will say it, I think they've really gotten screwed over by mistakes there. Really gotten screwed over. I don't think any team deserves that, to get screwed over by mistakes, especially I think that harshly as well. I think they're definitely going to have to look into what went wrong there, because one of the biggest challenges, one of the biggest teams in FRLT VZN, Season 6 assist champions, failing to qualify for no assists for the first time is not really heard of. If I'm being completely honest, we've seen champions not qualify before, and I'm not saying that's not the thing that's not heard of. It's just, it's in the way that it happened. I've not seen that before. I've never seen a team get that before, where they've not been able to clear qualifiers, especially in that sort of fashion. But yeah, unlucky, really unlucky. I really feel bad for the teams. I really feel bad for I don't know what to say. I really do want to say, like, I really want to be like, oh, there's a reason or there's something behind it, but I can't. I don't, like, it's one of those ones where you kind of sit there and you're just like, I don't know really what I can say about this, because there is nothing really to say. And so really, I think they're definitely going to be looking into, I think there's going to be a lot of looking into what happened there, because I think they'll definitely be looking into that, because I think it really does need to, I think it really needs to be looked into. a sister tomorrow, by the way. Yeah. I'd love to like give a reason for like why something went wrong or whatever. I don't have an answer for that in time. I don't have an answer. If I'm being entirely honest, I don't have an answer for it. Because I don't think you can really give an answer for what we saw tonight. And I'm not like trying to be harsh towards any teams here or anything. But no, that's... Honestly, I would say more. I would honestly say more. But I won't, because there isn't much point in doing that. But no, I feel the frustration there. In all honesty, I feel the frustration. Because if I'm being honest, I'd be really frustrated by that too. And to some degree, it does actually frustrate me even now. Like, it is actually annoying to see that, you know, just... It should have been... I think a lot of people would agree it should have been like a really, really easy... Should have been a really easy one to be done, but it wasn't. Oh my god, I've been handed a name that is... Right, okay. I've been added the most code-like word, like name I've ever seen. Right. Right, we should be good to go in a minute. We'll get going now, because that would be cool. And for the final lobby, and for the final time today. Hello, Joseph. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Your prediction was incredibly wrong, Joseph. You melon. Goodbye, Jaden. Again, I'll be wishing you all guys luck tomorrow in this. Hopefully that should be better for you guys. Really, that should be better for you guys. And nobody's readying up. Nobody's cared to look at their phone. Or just look. Am I going to have to ping each person? Right, okay. Do people just not look at all? Right. Am I going to have to literally ping? I'm going to have to ping each person, aren't I? Fun. It's seeming like people want to take forever today to like ready up. There's always one lobby, guys. There's always one lobby that does not ready up for ages. And just like, they just don't look at their phone or anything. They just wait. They like wait and wait. Which is very good. But yeah. Not fun. Not fun at all for them. VZN out. Slowest as well. I mean, that just says, I think that's I don't, if you get what I mean, I think it's one of those ones that it's like difficult to explain, because I think yeah, I don't know how to like explain it like fully, but it's one of those really difficult ones where if things had gone to plan, it would have done really well. But these things, I think VZN had it in them for lower part of the grid, in all honesty. I think they had it in them for lower part of the grid. I think, to be honest, they definitely had it in there for lower half of the grid. But I think they would have probably qualified somewhere or other. Again, I'd like just to point out to everybody wanting to know about the timing sheet. Timing sheet is not being done by me, and there is only 2 people on tonight to do the timing sheet, and that's me and Joseph. And Joseph had to go off. Like, I just want to point that out. Like, we do not have a lot of people today. Like, a lot of people are busy. Just today. I just want to point that out. They are busy and stuff. So I have literally tried to do... I've literally been the one listing all of the names and stuff and adding all of the teams to the list. And then I'll do it at the... Because usually we don't do it this way. Usually we don't do a live one. But during the season, we are actually going to have... I'm trying to sort out live standings during the season. I'm very much trying to do live standings throughout the season. And I'm trying to do some extra graphics for standings stuff throughout each and every season. But I'm trying. Yeah, at least your times aren't put in yet. I don't know what Joseph's doing. He was supposed to be doing them, which again I do apologize for. That he was supposed to be doing the times, and now he's not. He's done 4. So apologies there. But yeah, we will. Again, everything post quali will be done. Everything will be done post. Everything done post quali will be done insanely quickly. Will be done very quickly. But Finn Luke on board with Finn, with WRL. Another debuting team, except this time round, WRL is the only debuting team in this lobby. Least amount of debuting teams in this lobby, only 1. Let's see how he can do. Some bets, I heard some bets were on WRL to qualify, but that third lobby, lobby 3, was insanely fast. A 26.8, by the way, for the first sector. So, I mean, already looking about quarter of a second off the pace in the first sector. So that's going to be an interesting one. Middle sector, again, 44.3 isn't awful for middle sector. Could have been worse, but it is mostly a straight. Drain the battery, actually, for Finn into the next corner. I think we're most likely, from this first run so far from Finn, it looks like we kind of will see probably our next team to be confirmed to be knocked out, which of course we have so far IRT and VZN, of course, are pretty much the 2 confirmed to be knocked out of qualifiers. And it's a 17-2, so it's not the worst time in the world. It's not the worst. It's not the worst at all, as that's around the middle point. And already WRL, by the way, with Paco, going quicker than IRT, so they won't be last. They will be, at worst at the moment, 16th. But this is the last lobby, by the way. This is the key thing. Lix, by the way, not doing too great in his Ferrari. 18.1, not very quick. But Pascal Gill, a lot quicker. 16.711, more what we're used to. His teammate can't do that anywhere close. Slow lap from his teammate. We're going to look to Tyler making his way around. Let's see what he can do when he crosses the line. It's a 17.2 as well, so quite far off AERT. Maybe looking at a little bit of risk here to be knocked out with the amount of teams who are in really strong times. Especially looking at that lobby 3. You know, we've got Suffler has actually retired. He's in the wall. He's in the wall. And he's out. That basically kills the chance for TTN. TTN out. TTN's out. They're done. That's... Oh. Especially because the default time will be 1 second behind. It will basically be a round time. That's a 1 minute 19, by the way, which is the default time. As Lex as well gives up. Already one team out, by the way. One team out already. TTN out. I don't know what to say to that already. I mean, 5 minutes in. Already one team down. Make things easier for others, but only 8 drivers now left. Oh. I've got to say, that's a really deflating feeling. TTN been, I wouldn't say strong team. I wouldn't say one of the strongest teams, but I think they've been a consistent. They especially got a lot more consistency last season with their performances compared to Season 6. A lot more consistent in Season 7. But they just couldn't work it out this time. Really couldn't work it out. So, interesting. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Very interesting. Indeed. Very interesting one to see there. I didn't think we were going to see that from them. But we have. So that's an interesting... That is going to be, I think, something to look at. Indeed, I think, for them. Crash in qualifiers. Crash in qualifiers is a first, I must say. We haven't had it so far, but we've had it now. Car invalidated, so he's not happy with his lap. Leo making his way around. Will his teammate make the same mistake? No, he won't. But he is going to have some traffic in the way. And lets him go quite easily for VMV. VMV needing a good season. We saw them race back in, I think, Season 6 it was when they raced. It was Season 5 or Season 6. I think they raced in both, or maybe just one. I think it was Season 6 they raced in. By memory, by the way. Don't 100% trust me, but... yeah, Season 6 they raced in. From what I remember, pretty sure. And... You know, they're a consistent team, strong points. I think they finished 7th in the championship in the end. Coming back, are they going to strike back and enter no assists this time? Or are they going to struggle? Because, of course, they were assists in Season 7 and Season 6. They're hunting for no assists. Will it be possible for the French outfit? Will they be able to do it? Got a lot of competition. A lot of competition for this evening. And I think there's going to be some interesting teams that qualify out of the evening. Let's see. Heading up to the line. What is Leo going to do for his time? It's going to be a 17.196. So again, on the slower end. On the much, no offense to VMV, but on the much slower end of the grid. Looking at that sort of IRT average. That's what they're pointing towards at the moment. Not where you want to be. Whoa! Axonic into the wall. He went. And a 17.4. AERT are currently staring down the barrel at being knocked out of the qualifiers. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 teams already. We know Ventari's in. We know XR is in. So that's 8. So it's kind of... We know that probably QDR has made it in as well. We know it's likely QDR has made it in. It's just a big question of around teams like UFRT. HLR. I think HLR's in as well. So at the moment, AERT will be knocked out of the qualifiers. Not too toasty for them. Cart across the line. Cart goes quickest of all. 1 minute 16.563. Contending for what we saw in the last lobby. No. At the moment, you have made it. As it stands, Killian, NLG is on the edge of making it, I'd say, as of right now. Because there are 3 teams in... There is 2 teams in front of you, based off the first 4 teams. There are at least 3 in front of you. Well, there's 2. But we know FST will be. We know that at the moment Xenix won't. GT10 won't. VZN won't. Ventari will. HLR will. And XR probably will. So you guys are currently in. All dependent on this lobby, because at the moment, VMV would also jump ahead of you. And VLS could make their way to jumping in front as well. Because we saw Luke Mills as well go P4, by the way, on that list. Long list for teams this season. And it looks like we're going to be seeing another team, another legend on the grid, AERT, failed to qualify in Season 8. I mean, I've got to say, I was not expecting to see that. P4. Much better from Tyler there. Much better to go into P4. Wasn't expecting that. 17.0. Bit better. In contention with around that QDR time. In contention with QDR there for pace. But it's looking close. It's looking really close. And it looks like we're going to have a lot of new faces on the grid. Looks like we're going to have a lot of new faces on the grid for this season. A lot more competition than we've had previously. So we'll be waiting to see how that is all figured out. Yeah, as we can see, Pascal Gill, by the way, improving as well. Pascal Gill going slowly now in his first sector. Yeah, he's done on his lap. We got Finn again on another lap. He needs some improvement. WRL looking like they want to contend again right after qualifiers. The times will be added up and shared with managers, and then will eventually be shared with teams. So with everyone. So again, apologies for not having a live. We were supposed to be having this live spreadsheet, but Joseph kind of disappeared, so he had to go. So sadly, we weren't able to do that, and I do apologise once again for that, because the whole idea was him doing it and me, and both of us commentating. But while I'm sorting out the stream and lobbies and stuff, he does that. But sadly, no. But I will make sure to have it for next time. Leo's going slowly as well. He's going really slowly. Axonic, again. Axonic needs a good lap this time. He really needs to get down to his teammate, I'd say, at least. This lobby is quite slow. Only 2 sort of, I'd say, quick drivers at the moment in this lobby. Of course, that being Cart and Pascal Gill. The rest sort of all off of the pace quite a bit. We know TTN is out. We know TTN is out already in this session. They're already out. So we already have that concluded, that they are already out of the session. But let's see. Axonic, again, not improving in that middle sector. Not enough. Not enough indeed. Needs to be a bit quicker. Needs to be a lot quicker indeed. But yeah. Let's see. I think this is the issue for AERT. I think at the moment they won't qualify. They'll be down in, I'd say, about 14th So they'll be near that edge. For I'd say about 15th at the moment. 15th, about there. Although, finds a bit more time, nearly 0.3 of a second. That will at least bring them to a 17.0, which actually puts them ahead of IRT. And would also put them... Wouldn't put them ahead. They were a 17.1, sorry, at the moment. So would just be behind QDR. Would be ahead of VZN. So they'd be ahead of probably 1... 2. They're ahead of currently 2 teams, so they'd be 16th as it stands, which is not a great result for them. Again, we will be having everything updated as soon as we can. But here comes Leo coming around. Let's see what he can do. He's been on another lap. Up to the line with 3 minutes 45 seconds left on the clock. Across the line, he improves a decent amount, 0.2, closer to his teammate, to a 17.008. Much better for himself. Much better time that he would be looking for. Luke Mills as well improves to a 16.831. So I think VLS gunning for this, knowing that they have to really get in a good lap here. But it's very close at the moment. You have to really get in a good lap. Both AERTs, though, looking down in the dumps, 17.1 as an average, 16th on the grid. That's where they'd be going at the moment, would be. Yes. Thank you, Jaden, for defending me, by the way. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Top G, for defending me. But no, like, yeah, I am currently the only one updating stuff. So, if you guys wouldn't mind giving me a little bit of extra time, and everything will be updated. Thank you. At the moment, nobody out on a fast lap, except... Is that Luke Mills? No, it's not. He's not on a fast lap. Currently no one on a fast lap. Except Tyler. He's going again. He's going for another run. Let's see. What can Tyler do as he makes his way round to through the first sector, through the first 2 corners. Very strong indeed. Once again from Tyler. He seems to have a good hook through the first 2 corners, but the big question is, what can he do through the rest of the track? What can he do as he makes his way round? Making his way down and round this middle sector, just flat out. For pretty much 90% of this, it is just flat out. Nothing you can do. Little bit of yellow flags, not going to help out too much for Tyler there. He would have lost a little bit of boost. Up by 63 thousandths though. 63 thousandths is all he needs. He could even jump into a 16, which would help him and would currently put them just in front of QDR. From what I see, they would just slide in front of QDR right now. Oh, but he spins! But he spins, and the mistake comes through, and oh, the pain and the suffering from that. Up by 9 thousandths of a second in the first sector from Pascal Gill. But AERT on their way to be knocked out of the Season 8 No Assist Qualifiers. They've never been knocked out before from No Assist Qualifiers. They haven't had it this any other season, but they're having it this season and in Season 8. Down by 35 thousandths now. VLS don't really need to improve, from what I'm seeing. They don't really need to improve. It's to qualify. They've pretty much qualified. We know IRT and we know TTN. We know IRT, TTN, and VZN at the bottom. 16th, 17th, and 18th place. So it's just those last. That's just 15th, 14th, 13th, and 12th. Just those 4 places at the bottom. So at the moment, AERT could be looking at. Pascal Gill across the line. He improves by 900ths of a second to a 1 minute 16.0. 1 minute 16.600, sorry. Exactly. Leo's making his way round. He's making his way round slowly. Finn as well, starting his lap now. We got Kart on a lap. He's also pushing it. He's really pushing it. I've got to say, surprised to see VMV quickest in lobby 4 and the final lobby of the evening. Very surprised to see that. I didn't think we'd see a team this quick. 2 drives already finished, and Kart goes even quicker to a 16.4. Not many have done that so far. Not many have done that at all. They've done that very much so far. But there will also be the added penalties. It could change, of course, if there's any added penalties. Paco P4, by the way. We look to Axonic, who also goes to a 16.9 and just scrapes AERT above QDR. Just above QDR. Invalidated there. And there's only Finn left. Finn is the only driver who's on a flying lap. Let's see what he can do. Can he drag WRL off of the bottom of the table? Can he... At the moment, they'd be... I think they'd be 15th as it stands. They would be dead last from what I see. They would be 15th, pretty much. So let's see what he can do when he crosses the line. Up to the line. He goes. It's not an improvement, so it will be 15th. And that is that. And that is done. Not much more they could do there. And that is the session over. That is the session done. And these are the times. I will come back to these as well. So it is at VMV on as quickest. Then it's Pascal Gill, Luke Mills, Paco, Axonic, Leo, Tyler, Finn Luke, Lix, and Zuffler, who all do it. So with that, I'm going to actually pause it. I'm going to pause the stream on my phone, specifically on my phone. And we're going to work it out while I'm here. So this is where I need to crack out the calculator. So first we need to crack out the calculator to do the, we're first going to add the times currently on there. So let's just go through this. VMV. I am doing this on the fly, by the way, so please do not harass me over this. VLS and WRL. So that is the 18 teams all completed. So what I'll do is I will move my mic a little bit further away so I can see what I'm actually looking at, because I can't. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start listing down the times from this lobby. So that's what's going to happen first. So second lobby will be done. I'm just doing the first lobby because that's what I'm paused on, by the way. AERT. Having to actually look at my phone because it's difficult to look at this because it's small. And then second driver will be 17.063. That's AERT. TTN 18.1. And the second one will have a 19.0 as a flat time. A 19 will be a flat time there from them. 19 will be a flat time. VLS 16.6. And then if I can read, because it's far away. So yeah, the times are being done. So please do not be upset. I am doing it. Let me just close F1 because it's just open and it's slowing my PC down. So there's only one team left from lobby 3 to do, and that's WRL. WRL 16.65, and then 17.220. So that is lobby 3, by the way, guys. Lobby 3 is on the list, so it will all be done in good time. So now onto the previous lobby, which will be which was actually insanely fast, by the way. I mean, 8th was a 16.8. That was from VZN. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. So I am working this out while I'm on the stream. I'm just doing the times at the moment, so bear with me while I put in, because I'm having to stare at this tiny little screen to look at the times, because my PC will explode if I try to do anything else. 5-2, and then XR. I mean, XR are going to be quickest, by the way, for the first time. I can't believe I'm saying that. They've never been fastest in qualifiers before. First time. I think a lot of people didn't think they were going to be able to do it. So I've now got to do this. Right. Time for some maths while we're at it. So yeah. Time for some maths. So so let me work this out from the top. So this will be 16,595. This is, by the way, how slow it is to do this stuff. Okay, Joseph's put that the wrong way. 2. And then add. So 9. How is that correct? What? No, that's the wrong way around. Right. Apologies. I hate doing this because he's done it the wrong way around. So, okay. I think pretty much some teams know they're out already. In all honesty, I think a lot of teams know they're out. So 50, 76, 70 divided by 2 plus 0. Okay, so 17.094. I am working through this, everybody. Stay patient. I am going through it. Right. 270 to come out with divide by 2, add 2. So yeah, so 16.860. This is also before any decisions are made. This is just right. 26, 7. So wait, 7.26 divided by 2 plus plus 0.805. Yeah, I mean, some teams know they're out already, so I am making it through the teams. We're halfway through, so it won't be much longer. Some teams should be really quick to work out. Well, that's 30, 43. So 43 divided by 2 plus. So yeah, so some teams should easily be through. So some teams should be good. What, that's 29. 29 divided by 2 plus. $16.653. Yeah. So the teams it seems pretty interesting at the moment. Teams seem pretty close. I will say that. Teams seem pretty close. So yeah, teams will be notified as soon as I've done all of this. Is just the painful part, by the way, to everybody. This is the painful part, and I'm doing it here on stream so I can list it off to you guys for who's qualified and who hasn't. That's a 19. Sorry, 19? No. 29 divided by 2. There we go. XR with a 16.468, by the way. So they are quickest. Confirmed. It is confirmed now. They are quickest. And then 6 to 7, so half a second. 550 minus 1 divided by 2. Plus the 469. Oof. It's not a good one for VMV. They're quite low down. No offense to them, they're actually in a 7. They're actually in a 7, which is actually not which is not great. Now let's see. AERT don't look like they'll qualify. They're in a 17.02. They're right on the edge. So 900 divided by 2. So yeah, so 18. 50. So yeah, it is. We are almost done, guys. We're almost done. 231 divided by 2 plus 600. So 16.716 is what we get there. And then the final team, we're on to the final team, which is WRL. They are the final and last team who have 1, 2, so 2 minus 43 divided by 2 plus 965, which is now going to be the interesting one. This is where Everyone gets to find out right. So, let me pull these guys out now. So, let me pull them out and just choose which ones. First is XR. They are first. They are first in order. They are quickest of all. Then it is FST, who are second quickest. So XR with a 16.468, and then it is FST with a 16.595. Looking down, anybody closer to that? Nope. The next closest is TRT Next Gen with a 16.625. They are third. They are third. Then we have a 729, 729, 718, and a 716. So VLS is next with a 716. There is no team closer. 716 from VLS. It is Ventari who have a 718. So Ventari are fifth in the end. So 718. We have a 729, which puts FRT as sixth. 729. 729. What? 744 from VMV. So seventh is VMV. They are seventh, guys. Seventh place. I know this might be boring that you've watched my ugly face be working out maths for the last about 15 minutes, which I do apologize for. But seventh. So first is XR, second is FST, then it's TRT Next Gen, then it's VLS, then it's Ventari, then FRT, then VMV. So seventh is VMV. Eighth. So we got a 17.44. 797. 797. Oh, I'm a bit dopey. There is also HLR, by the way. I completely missed HLR. Apologies. I'll have to squeeze them in the middle. I have to wedge them in because they are in this. So now, yes. So that is eighth. So VMV are eighth in the grid. 744. Then it's NLG from what I see. 79. Anybody else in a 79? Nobody else is in a 79. So it is NLG in ninth. So it is XR, FST, TRT, HLR. Is VLS fifth. Ventari 6th, FRT 7th, VMV 8th, NLG 9th. Now on to 10th. So we have a 16.815. With an 815, we have an 86, we have an 82. Yeah, I think we know who's qualified. Xenix has qualified. They have qualified. And UFRT have qualified. UFRT somehow have qualified. So these are your teams that are in. It is XR quickest of all. It is FST second, TRT Next Gen third, HLR fourth, VLS fifth. It is then Ventari sixth, FRT seventh, VMV eighth, NLG ninth, Xenix 10th, and UFRT in 11th. Nobody was quick enough. The teams that have missed out, by the way, are IRT, of course, VZN, but the ones who missed out really close are GT10, who were just 400ths too slow, and TTN, who, well, it was just GT10, who were the closest in a 16 with a 16.886. They were the next closest. So if we just move, I'm just moving them all into a spot that's a bit better, just to show off to everybody that how it's come out at the end of this, because it's actually interesting, and I'll list off in a second. I'll list off the teams that have actually not qualified because there are quite a few, of course. There should be 7 teams that haven't qualified. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 7 teams haven't qualified. So here's the list who haven't qualified. VZN, TTN, IRT, QDR, WRL, AERT, and GT10. GT10 failed to qualify on debut, but other big teams like IRT, AERT, VZN, and GT10 failed to qualify too. So some big teams failing to qualify. I don't have a clue what to say to that. I mean, look at this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fresh new teams out of the 11. Debuting teams. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Very interesting. I do have one though from UFRT. From one of the teams towards UFRT. So they're on the line at the moment. They might not qualify. So I'll have to have a look at the clip, and we'll have to move on from there. But for today, that is it. That is everything. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also click on the notification bell to know about the content we do from short streams and videos. There are some clips for me to look at and for the stewards to look at. So I shall see you very soon. And goodbye.
I swore I'd block your number for good, but here you are texting me you up. I know exactly where this is, on your side of the bed at 3 a.m. I tell myself don't fall this time, but you say my name and I lose my mind. But I always let you back in. Every time I say I'm done, I'm lying. You walk in the room and I stop trying. You're a bad idea again, but here I am at your door at 10. Guess I never learned my lesson. You're a bad idea again. Your friends all think I'm over this phase. Mine keep telling me to walk away, but we both know how the night goes. We talk a little, then lose control. I tell myself I'm stronger now, but you smile once and it all falls down.